7 assists per game on nearly 2 turnovers a night helps this Celtics team get in motion, and wearing his heart on his sleeve, Marcus Smart bleeds green and shows true leader efforts out there on the floor. It sets up his star counterparts in Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown to really show exactly how polished they are becoming offensively, which all in all is collectively leading the Celtics to a 15-4 record as the best team in the league. This is the Keys to Destruction series where we will dive into each player a little bit and what glue they bring to the team to make everything flow. Tatum and Brown are both electrifying scorers on the court, but when it comes to getting the offense into a flow state, this is where they lean on Smart a bit more. It's these passes that make his facilitating rather special at times. As he comes off this screen, Smart quickly notices Davion Mitchell is already sliding for the help on the roll, and it's just a volley all the way across court for the Pritchard 3. Not only can he make these passes when coming downhill off the screen, but from wherever on the court, Smart can see a defensive collapse in a split second to then dime up any of his open teammates. Now, this isn't to say that Smart is some elite passer in the league or anything, but it's the chemistry he has with other teammates that opens up their game and allows them to flourish. Making the right reads at the right times, knowing where your guys like the ball, and all around putting the team before yourself are all characteristics of a great leader. There's times where Smart is honestly playing chess and is a step ahead of everyone else, and once receiving this pass, he's already plotting on this pass to Horford and he slips it right past McGee for the 3-foot baby hook. Other times it's so quick within the offense you don't even notice, but you can see Smart wave off Derek White to go the other way, and as this happens, Horford is running up to set the screen on DeRozan, and since Vucevic is stuck ball watching, it just opens up a gap for White to exploit and drop it in. When you're out there on the court, you want someone who is directing traffic, making life easier for you to just get open looks, and for Smart, he isn't worried about scoring the ball as much as his focus is geared towards overall success, and this is what majorly helps bring championships home. Attacking defenders aggressively all night on the defensive end leads to these robberies and to what could have been a highlight play, but Tatum scuffed the handle. But don't worry, you're sure to get another opportunity as Smart is always in the right spot at the right time and will thread the needle again, setting you up for the bucket. This intensity is contagious and it affects the team as a whole. Plays where Smart is hounding the ball handlers and putting his body on the line for steals lead directly into fanatic slams like this, which get the whole arena rocking. Jaylen Brown has a near 62 effective field goal percentage when in transition on 4 attempts per game, and this is just a glimpse into how well he is finishing around the rim. Attacking the basket like a dog off the leash that hasn't seen outside in days, Brown is not letting anything in his way stop him from getting to the bucket. It's the aggression and mentality to not be denied, just bodying Herter out the way for the and one, and then playing through all types of contact on the way to the rim, staying composed and still laying it home. The improved ball handling skills are opening up Jalen's game to find more gaps to penetrate the defense, and it's giving them all types of problems. In the restricted area, Brown is converting nearly 67% of his 118 field goal attempts and is finishing in a variety of ways. He's looking more explosive in his attacks, better control with his body in the air, and all around just more confident when driving to the bucket. Once Brown gets going and has seen the ball fall through the net a couple times, then his smooth touch in the inside contributes right out to his mid-range shooting. Since defenders are so worried about his drive, it opens up a lot of these stop and pop situations, and then for people that still think Jalen's handle isn't improved, well, he says joke's on you as he uses the sharp behind the back directly into a spin move and creates just enough space to rise up and knock it down. This ability to be effective in the in-between area is so important in today's NBA, and I really can't stress this enough, especially if you can drive the ball fairly well. Defenses tend to play the drive so heavy, so if you can operate in that mid-range area, it'll just make you that much harder to guard, as defenses have no choice but to stay honest and attached to you everywhere you go. This is going to be an area where I'm looking to see how much Jaylen will use it during this year, as I believe it will be a major key to shifting his scoring averages. Putting up 25 points on 50% shooting from the field and 34% from 3 on 6 attempts per game, this is a very good start to the season for Brown, and staying consistent throughout the season will be huge for the Celtics this year. With his relentless aggression on the court, matched with Jayson Tatum's 30 points per night on 47% shooting from the field and 35% from deep, it honestly makes this offense scary. Tatum is having his way with any defense put in front of him, just getting to his spot seamlessly and knocking it down. Whether it's from deep, the mid-range, or just going inside, it's really pick your poison as Tatum is comfortable from anywhere on the floor. When he gets hot, well, what do you do when Tatum's lighting you up from pull-ups from deep, even with the smothering defense? I don't really know, but you better find out quick, because that's not even the major threat as to how Tatum converts his three-point attempts. Splitting it about half and half from catch and shoot to pull up threes, you can see just how effective Tatum is off the catch, and this disrupts the whole defensive scheme. You can't really help off on Tatum, so it allows Jaylen Brown to slash through the lanes better, and then if you decide to help, well then Tatum is wide open to cash it in from deep range. Honestly, it's a hard decision for any defense to make, and with the Celtics having such great ball movement, regardless of what the defense does, Boston can usually find a great look at the rim. But let's say hypothetically you're having success running Tatum off the line, well, his inside scoring is off the charts as he is sinking 75% of his 105 attempts in the restricted area, and even if you force him out a bit, Tatum is knocking down that mid-range at a 44% rate on 47 attempts this season. Finally, understanding how to use his size to his advantage, Tatum is attacking the basket with fours going right through defenders to put 2 on the board. It's more difficult to stop him than it looks as you have to stay tight on him due to his shooting, so then Tatum can mix you up with many combos, and once beating you, he's playing strong through contact to go convert. At times last season, it seemed as if Tatum was taking it softer than he should, and many people wanted to see more of an aggressive approach when he gets to the rim, and he has done just that. The strength is helping him out a ton when attacking, but also Tatum is more elusive and smarter on his drives as well. Having crafty ways to finish at the bucket, patient enough to get the good looks that he wants, and then utilizing great footwork around defenders are all key skill sets in his improved finishing. Seeing it all on display, we see Tatum slow it down, then burst into this in and out spin move, and as Griffin slides for the charge, Tatum euros around him, elevates over the contact, and lays it right in. His slashing has elevated to a new level this season, and for any defense, it should be quite alarming. He's tall and bulky enough to muscle through bigs in the paint, and if matched up with smaller defenders, then it's simply a mismatch for Tatum, and he's just gonna exploit it. It's not just exploiting the inside, but it's the mid-range as well. You can see as the smaller Ivy is out on Tatum here, it's like a walk in the park, and Tatum just rises over him for the 20-footer. It doesn't take much space to get his shot off as his release point is so high, and then matched out with his height, well, you're not really gonna bother the shot, especially after he catches you off guard with the pull-up or he hits you with one of those fades. This Celtics team is full of many scoring threats and guys who just want to win. Almost fully healthy, Boston is playing at a high level, and when you insert Rob Williams back into this lineup, well, things start to look even more destructive. The chemistry and grit this team plays with is special to watch on a nightly basis, and led by this three-headed snake of Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart, the Celtics look to have yet another finals run this season. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like before heading over to watch either this Jayson Tatum analysis or Jaylen Brown analysis, and I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.